Let's continue with the third chapter from your economics book of grade 11, and the name of the chapter is Basic Problems of an Economy. And today we are going to start from assumptions of production possibility curve. What are the assumptions? We have already got an explanation of this in our previous video, that the amount of productive resources are fixed. We will see that the resources are fixed. There is no change in the technology, and all the productive resources are fully employed. We are utilizing all the resources fully. Then we are going to derive this production possibility curve with one more assumption, that is resources are not equally efficient in all the production of all the goods. This implies that as resources are transferred from one use to another, there is decrease in their efficiency, result in increase in the cost of production. So as we know this, in order to get some other product, we are just sacrificing one unit of this production and then producing another unit of some other commodity. So let us start with the features of production possibility curve. What are the features? The first feature is the production possibility curve slopes downward to right. You can see there is a picture given here. You can see that a graphical representation have been showing here that the production possibility curve is downward sloping, right? Why it is downward sloping? A downward sloping production possibility curve indicates that economy must give up some quantities of one good to obtain additional quantity of another good. In our previous video, we have discussed that if a country, we took an example of two commodities, that was gun and butter. In order to get 1 unit of butter, the country was sacrificing 1 unit of gun. Again, in the second combination, we found as the country sacrificed 2 units of gun, they produced 1 additional unit of butter. This is the example we have found out in our previous video. So if we consider the same thing, you see the same example have been taken here once more. That is, the y-axis is denoting the guns and the x-axis is denoting the butter. So as we can see at the first point, you see there is 15, then it's coming down to point C, and point C you can see as from 15 the production came down to 14, that is the guns production. From 15 it came down to 14. You can see the quantity of butter from 1 unit it became 2. Okay, same thing if you see, as the gun production got decreased by 2 more units, that is it came to 12, you can see that the production have also increased regarding butter. In the point number 9, as from 15 it came to 9, you can see it is just, we can draw a straight line, we will meet at point E. So when the production of gun was 9 units, you can see the butter was produced till 4 units, right? So in order to get 1 additional unit of one product, we are sacrificing other product by its unit. Second is, it is a concave to from its origin. You can see that the downward sloping curve is not a straight line, it is a concave one. A concave shape production possibility curve indicate increasing opportunity cost. Okay, the opportunity cost of a commodity is the quantity of the other commodity which need to give up to get 1 unit of this. Okay, so what was the decrease that we did? Okay, the decrease, as I told you, 1 unit. As we sacrificed 1 unit of gun production, we got 1 unit of butter. In the second diagram, in the second point, you can see from 14 it's coming to 12. That means they have sacrificed 2 units to get 1 unit of butter. So we can say that sacrifice is of 2 units. Next, that's why we are getting a concave downward sloping curve. Next, basic problems of production possibility curve. First of all, what is the problem? Production, the problem of scarcity. Okay, what is the problem of scarcity? You can see this diagram once again. We are having C, E, H point, and we are having K. As you can see the point K. Okay, points outside the production possibility boundary show combinations that cannot be attended. Okay, because sufficient quantity of resources are not available to produce them. So whenever we are coming to this kind of scenario where we will get a point outside the production possibility curve or above the production possibility curve, we will say that point, like point A, it cannot be attended by the country because it is above, it is beyond their reach. Okay, they're not having so much of resources to produce it. Okay, next problem, they're telling us that problem of choice. We have to understand this with this 2 point itself, that is C and E. Problem of choice means here is two kind of combination. You can see the combination is C and combination is E. What is combination C? Combination C is they can produce 14 units of gun and 2 unit of butter. This is one combination. And the second is they can produce 9 unit of gun and 4 unit of butter. That is E. So that is their choice. What is the best for that country at that time, they can decide whether to go with combination C or whether to go with combination E. Okay, both can be attended by that country. That means they are having the resources. Okay, just it is on the production possibility curve, it is on it. That means they can easily afford it. They can go for anything, any choice, whichever they like, C or E. Next problem is the problem of what to produce. Okay, the problem of what to produce. Different points here, let's come back again. Different points on the production possibility curve represents different combination of two goods. Thus, if the society chooses combination C, that is in figure 2, this is the figure, okay, 2, it shows that it has decided to produce more guns and less butter. At what point the economy decides to operate depends on taste and preferences of the individual in the economy. So we are saying that what to produce is another we can say this is another problem, which combination to go for. It depends according to the, we can say, according to the person who is in the farm, and according to the people's demand, according to the taste and preferences of the people, according to the demand of the situation. Everything helps us to choose the combination. Problem of full and efficient utilization of resources. Here we will try to understand this with point H. You can see, as I was telling you, that C and E can be easily attended by the producer, and K is beyond his reach because he is not having so much of resources to produce it. But again you see H is below or inside the production possibility curve, so he can produce H. Okay, he can produce H. So if a farm is planning to produce H, what is the combination they are getting? 9 units of gun and 2 units of butter. Okay, though the country can go for 9 units of gun and 4 units of butter. In place of 4 units of butter, they are producing 2 units of butter. So here we can clearly say that they are having the natural resources but not fully efficiently utilizing it. Okay, the last problem here they have discussed is problem of economic growth. Problem of economic growth we have to understand with this diagram again. You can see there is two production possibility curve. One is the solid one and the other is the dotted one. Okay, so let us see what they are saying. We can say economic growth and shift in production possibility curve. The solid production possibility curve shows the production possible before economic growth. Okay, indicate that combination C and E are attainable and combination K is unattainable. Okay, so we were saying that on the solid curve C and E the producer can produce, but K is just beyond his reach because he is not having that much of resources. Economic growth shifts the production possibility curve outward as indicated by the dotted curve, showing increased production by both the goods. After economic growth, many combinations which were unattainable earlier can be attainable now. So if a country improves its technology, improves its you can say natural resources, and utilizes it much more efficiently, then they can increase the production of both the commodities. We took as an example like gun and butter. Okay, so as they will increase the production of both, the production possibility curve will show as a rightward shift, outward shift it will show, and then we will be able to attain point K. Okay, as we will attain point K, there will be increase in production, there will be increase flow of goods more in that market, and standard of life and the profit will also increase for the producers, and people will live a greater, you can say, standard of life of the people will also increase. Though we have just used this production possibility curve tool to explain two commodities, but more than two commodities also can be explained with the help of this mechanism. Hopefully you understood the chapter. Thank you.